Hi, this is Dawn from Ninja Bunny Crochet. Today I have for us to do this little crown. It can be used just as an ear warmer or part of a Halloween costume. I have it in two sizes. This is the child size. It should fit approximately an 18-inch circumference head. The adult size would fit a 21 circumference. I made this using worsted weight yarn in acrylic. I used Red Heart Super Saver. This color is called Bright Yellow. You'll need about maybe 100 yards total for this project. I don't have the colors for these. These were just some scraps for the green and the purple. I believe the green color is the Patty Green, but I don't remember the name of the purple. Again, these were just some scraps that I had left over from other projects. I used 2 hooks to make this project. The first one was an I 5.5 millimeter hook for the brim, and for the body of the crown, a J 6.0 millimeter hook. You want to have a pair of scissors, a stitch marker just in case, and a yarn needle. So as long as you can do a bobble stitch, half double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and treble crochet, and then we have a peacoat on the top, you should have no problem doing this. But even if you do, if you're unsure of those stitches, I do go step by step through showing you how to make this crown, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I will show you how to do each one of the stitches. So let's grab our hooks, grab our yarn, and let's start making this cute little crown. To start the crown, we're going to start with the brim and work our way up. I'm going to be doing the child size, but I'll give you the changes for the adult teen size. Both sizes start with a chain of 9. Starting second chain from hook, single crochet. You should have 8 single crochets when you get to the end of your chain. Chain 1 and turn the work. We're going to single crochet in the first stitch through both loops. In the next 6 stitches, we're going to single crochet in the back loop only. The loop that's facing you, this one right here, is your front loop. This one in the back is your back loop, the one that's away from you. So we're going to single crochet in the back loop only for the next 6 stitches. When we reach our last stitch, we're going to single crochet through both loops. We should still have 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chain 1, turn the work, and we're going to repeat row 2. Single crochet in the first stitch through both loops. Then we're going to single crochet through the back loop only for the next 6 stitches. and single crochet through both loops in the last stitch. So your first stitch and your last stitch are through both loops. Chain 1 and turn. And you're going to continue repeating this until you get 54 rows for the child size, 66 rows for the adult teen size. I'll meet back up with you at the end of the 54 rows since I'm doing the child size. Okay, I'm at the end of row 54. If you're doing the adult size, you're going to have 66 rows. So chain 1, turn the work, and bring row 1 up to meet row 54, excuse me. And we're going to slip stitch row 1 to row 54. We're going to use those back loops in the next 6 stitches, just like we were doing another row. Your tail out of the way there. And then when we get to our last stitch, go through both loops and do your last slip stitch. Pull up your loop, and we're going to turn the row, turn it inside out. Like this. No, like that. There we go. Then turn it around so that the right side is facing you. Then we're going to drop our eye hook, and we're going to pick up our J hook. Now you can work over this tail, or you can pull it to the inside and weave it in later. Now to start the first row of the body, we're going to place 1 single crochet in each row around the brim. But first we're going to start with a chain 1 and then place a single crochet in the ends of each of the rows all the way around the brim. We're going around the end into the ends of the rows. For the child size, you're going to have 54 single crochet when you get back to the beginning. For the adult teen size, you will have 66. So continue working single crochet all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of row 1. I have 54 stitches. If you're working on the adult size, adult teen size, you will have 66 stitches. Slip stitch to the first stitch that you made to start row 2. We're going to chain up 2 and half double in that same stitch that we just slip stitched into, and half double crochet in each stitch around. Continue placing 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of row 2. I have 54 stitches. You'll have 66 stitches if you're doing the adult teen size. We're going to slip stitch into that first stitch that we made, but we're going to pull up our next color, which is going to be green. stitch chain 1 because we're going to secure, but we're also going to turn our work. Let's tie these off together. Now we're going to start off with a bobble stitch. So yarn over, insert into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert back into that same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert back into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, now we have 4 loops, yarn over, insert back into that stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, now we have 5 loops, yarn over one more time and pull through all 5 loops. We're going to bring our green down and we're going to pull up our yellow, but we're going to go over the top of our green, and we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now we're going to drop our yellow and bring up our green, but we're going to go over the top of our yellow, and we're going to do another bobble stitch. At this point we're going to drop our green down, pick up our yellow, make sure we go over the top of the green, and we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches with the yellow. Now drop our yellow, pick up our green, and do a bobble stitch. And again, drop the green, pick up the yellow, and single crochet in the next 2 stitches, going over the top of the green. And this is what your work will look like on the right side. So continue working 2 single crochets and a bobble stitch all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the row. I'm at the end of round 3. We still have 54 stitches. Go ahead and fasten off your green. You can weave your ends in now. I'm going to weave mine in later. Slip stitch to the top of that first bobble stitch that we made, chain 2, and turn the work. Instead of starting in the join, we're going to start in the first stitch, and we'll end by our last stitch will be in the top of the bobble. So half double crochet in each stitch around, and I'll meet up with you at the end of this round. I'm at the end of round 4. We still have 54 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made, and we're going to pull up our next color in it. So here's our purple. I'm going to pull it up into that next stitch and that slip stitch, chain 1, turn the work, and then we can tie the purple around that yellow to secure it. Now, just like we did with the green bobble stitch round, we're going to repeat that but with the purple. So we're going to start our first bobble stitch in the same stitch we just slip stitched into. Now we're going to drop our purple, and we're going to single crochet with the yellow over the top of the purple, for 2 single crochets. Then we're going to drop our yellow, pick up our purple, and do a bobble stitch over the top of the yellow. Sorry, my yarn is getting... There we go. My yarn was being a little fiddly there, I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to bring our purple to the back and grab our yellow so we can do our single crochets. Grab that purple again and do the bobble stitch. Do 2 single crochets with the yellow. So again, this is just a repeat of what we did with our green, but we're now using purple. So please continue this all the way around till you get back to the beginning, and I'll meet up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 5. I've fastened off my purple, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that first bobble stitch that we made. Chain 2 and turn the work. To start row 6, it's basically a repeat of row 4. We're going to do a half double crochet in that first stitch, not in the join, and half double crochet in each stitch around. Your last stitch will be on the top of the bobble stitch. I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of row 6. We have 54 stitches. If you're doing the adult teen size, you have 66. We're going to slip stitch into that first stitch that we made. to start row 7, we're going to chain 1 and single crochet into the join. Skip the next 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and we're going to do a shell stitch into the next, which is a 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then we're going to do a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, insert into the stitch, pull up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 2, and draw through 2. And we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into that third chain or that first chain that you made, and we're going to do another treble crochet, so 1, 2, insert back into the same stitch, pull up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 2, draw through 2, and then 2 double crochets at the end. And this makes the point for our crown. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches, which is 1, 2, and into that third stitch we're going to single crochet, and then we're going to skip the next 2, so again 1, 2, and into the third stitch we're going to start with another shell. So 1 double, 2 doubles, triple crochet, or treble crochet depending on how you say it. Some people say triple, some people say treble. Chain 3, slip stitch into that first chain that you made, another treble crochet, and last 2 double crochets to finish up the shell. Skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single in the next stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way around till you get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 7. We have 9 shell stitches. You should have 11 shells if you did the adult size. Slip stitch to that first single crochet that we made and fasten off. And you just have to weave in your tail and you're all done. And this is your little crown, or your prince or your princess. And there is your crown, all ready for your little prince or princess. So if you've liked this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell. Thanks for watching, and happy crocheting! Bye-bye!